Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Hearthstone. First things first, what am I saying? I don't say that anymore. I don't say first things first anymore. Well, today we're going to be playing Druid and Hunter, and then Rogue and Warrior, hopefully, and getting all of these done. Oh yeah, I did want to, apologize for last episode. Still having some trouble with the Hearthstone deck tracker, so you didn't see it, you weren't, hopefully you're seeing it now. Maybe I just will go with the on-screen capture stuff. I mean, it's too risky.
Versus Rexa.
I'm starting to feel like
Let the hunt begin.
I'm starting to feel like I just want to do that. Because it's just weird. Now the trade-off, of course, if I do go to monitor capture, is that we will be ending episodes if there are crashes, and there's crashes a lot, and I can't, as I'm thinking about it right now, I just can't justify that. I just can't justify doing that. Things I can justify doing, however, is I found that OBS Remote, if you type in client.obsremote.com, if you go to that website, you can use it from a second PC to make sure you're recording on the first PC, which is great news. So I have found a use for my laptop in the workflow. I'm looking at it right now. It says on air, that's the important thing. I can't really read all the other things on the screen. I'd probably have to zoom up the pages a little bit. But yeah, that is great. Great news. It's not actually showing me the video, of course. I would have to be streaming instead of just recording, is my guess there. I could be streaming to Twitch if I so chose. It might be worth it to go down that path. But then I wouldn't be watching the Twitch chat or anything. But it might get me some views on Twitch, I don't know. But Twitch has this weird thing, though, you have to be aware of. I don't believe Twitch allows you to stream simultaneously to other services, or even put video recordings of other services up completely. I haven't seen a lot on YouTube of just, here's my live stream. I've seen some people do it, but not a lot of people. So maybe Twitch has a rule against it and would get me banned. I'd have to look at the rules. And I'm certainly not willing to get down to the, get to the point where I might lose YouTube or Twitch as options. And I don't want to lose viewers on YouTube by streaming to Twitch. I certainly don't want to push people to using Twitch because I'm just not set up for that system yet. But let's see, how can I do this? Maybe if I could find multiple focusing on the game. I'm wondering if I'm really causing extra stress on my, I seriously doubt I would be on my computer, but it is something to watch. Robert, The main problem with the OBS remote right now is it's a remote. All I really want for some people is the on the air button, where it can just show people I'm on the air, so don't bother me type stuff. And I would like it to like be able to connect to maybe hue bulbs or anything like that, so I could have the bulbs start to go red when I'm recording. That would be really cool. To get an on-the-air light that actually radio stations use is really, really expensive. Way too expensive. You're much better off with the hue bulb thing.
Thanks.
I might find the guy online and make the suggestion. See if he does it. Sometimes that works for me. Sometimes you'll make a suggestion to a person making a program. Oh, that's a genius idea. And sometimes they'll just not respond at all. Sometimes they'll respond completely inappropriately and be rude to you for some reason. And they... Well, what are you gonna do about it? You just say that. Well, I've got the upper hand now.
I've got a huge
And now he's got the upper hand. Alright. Your beasts have charge. This guy first. And then attack. Attack this one. This one. Their turn.
What you looking at?
Now I am kind of back in I have two computers and one keyboard and mouse problem again. It's not a huge problem. Master Popo has been defeated. I haven't mentioned names in a while. Alright, so Druid. Let's see if we can win with the Druid once. Next time we will do an arena run. I'll make up for forgetting to do one, really. Is about all I can claim.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
You ever eat ice cream and then feel like you have a sore throat? It's probably too cold of a rainy day for me to have eaten ice cream, but I did. I'm oftentimes foolish in my decisions, particularly childish in my deciding what I'm going to eat and such. Good health habits were never a consideration in my house. I don't know why. I mean, silly. A lot of things. Well, mostly my parents just didn't care. They didn't care about being parents. They didn't want to take on the vast amount of responsibility, and they certainly didn't.
Why do you call?
I guess guess that gets to the kind of the thought of the free-range children thought.
For the wild.
My argument has been for a long time that parenting is too important to be left in the hands of machines. That a machine, a computer program would be so much better at it. I've probably made this argument before, but it is still what I believe. It's just have these. Let's see, who do I want to kill? Yeah, that wouldn't. I wasted the coin there. Waste. But yeah. It would be a massive undertaking. It would take a lot of effort to get even a small group of people. I mean, it takes a lot of effort just to get two people to agree upon what should be taught to their children, the parents. When you start saying what does an entire society agree upon what should be taught, it's almost ridiculously complicated.
Ready to ride.
And should be taught is really it should be more allow them to learn on their own.
It has to be snakes.
Because you really don't need to teach much of anything after the basics. After how to clothe and bathe yourself. You don't really need to teach much more. It's more you want to teach, or more you think they need to know certain things when really it doesn't. I would create a utopia based around computers, and then it would be our luck until it would come collapsing down.
Wild. Job done.
Stupid mistake. Stupid mouse. Moving too fast. But even before computers, to get back to my thought, before computers though, we really were. We had books. And books have had most of the world's knowledge, humanity's knowledge in it.
Why
Although, as the book gets older, there is a higher chance that information is irrelevant or incorrect. But, excuse me, ignoring that, the point I'm making is that there's very little any individual needs to know. Beyond the basics. Of course, the basics have to be known. Playing Rogue and Warrior now. We don't have to memorize every Shakespeare play or risk it being forgotten in time. We don't have to know how to cook every single piece of food in existence or risk starving to death.
Valera
We can write down how to
Anduin.
cook things in cookbooks.
The light shall
We
bring
can write
victory.
down plays and playbooks.
back.
That is the beauty of the written word and now the digital word, which you might even argue should be called the digital written word. Everything has a very high chance of lasting. And that leaves our brains free to waste them on things like, well, maybe waste is too strong a term. Spend our energy on things like playing video games instead, on just entertaining ourselves. Long time ago, we had to spend every waking second we had hunting and gathering food just to keep ourselves alive. We don't have to do that anymore. That gave us free time to start inventing things. And now that we've invented quite a lot, we now have the free time to enjoy things. Let's see, if I summon this would be one less, but I think I'll do this.
Job's done.
Don't worry,
I can portal online.
Job's done.
we're still at the beginning here on the 4th turn. Haven't done any damage to each other. But to take the conversation into a different realm, the real problem with creating any utopia or any society at all is getting people to agree. It's just a nightmare. Here we go. This is a good one to play.
Escape. I'll fix you.
There we go. Portal 0. Gonna start working. And I don't know how to do that. That's in my moderately long list of things I can't figure out how to do, is how to get people to, with me or anyone else, how to get people to like each other, how to get people to overall like me, how to get me to like other people. Yeah,
Here we
one of the
go.
many things I don't know how to do. I mean, in a sense, to talk about how to get people to like me, I know you could just lie to them and kiss their butts all the time, and they probably would like you. But that's not really going to solve anything in the long run. If you want to introduce new ideas, have differing opinions, or in any way have anything but the most superficial relationships possible. Go. Smash the face.
Escape.
Here we go.
I'd like to figure out how to stop repeating myself too. Certainly there's
get behind me.
it can be said that I don't have enough to talk about. But oftentimes when I say something,
X marks the spot.
people ignore it or take no action on it, so I end up having to, in a very short amount of time, tell them the exact same thing again, because they haven't listened, they haven't acted on it. So
Here we
so
go.
if I tell somebody, for example, you
Job's done.
need a new computer, well, you would think most people would take that message and go, all right, well, I'm not going to come to this guy until I get a new computer. But often it's the case that my computer's running slow, and I say, well, you need a new computer. and then people then they'll come back and say, "Well, my computer's running slow," and I'll be like, "Well, I you need a new computer," and guess what? Now your computer's a week older. So why didn't you listen? Or why are you bringing it up again? Why do you just... I don't think people remember what conversations have occurred. It honestly feels like people don't remember the things they've said before. And I'm sure I've done it too, but I kind of do remember conversations. And to a surprising rate. So if I tell somebody something, I want them to remember it, and I don't know how to get people to remember the things I said, and to realize that they don't need to ask the same questions and try to get different answers from me, because I'm not the type of person that's going to give you a different answer. The answer I gave you the first time is probably the right answer, and that's it. Nothing's going to change. Oh, that's a weird conversation to have, and we got all the quests done, so... we could do more, but there's really nothing to do. Just grind more gold. We're getting closer and closer to the 3,500 point. We'll soon get to the 4,500 point. And if we keep getting these watch and learns, we're gonna start getting more and more packs of cards to unlock not only the classic deck cards we don't have, but the regular cards. I think that's why we're getting the watch and learns, because I've had just too many of them. It feels like they're trying to get to speed up the rate so that people can get the classic cards for the new players a lot quicker. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. If you have any suggestions on how to deal with people, that would be great if you think it's something unique. But, I mean, I'll even let you put it in the comment if it's not that unique, but make sure you look at all the other comments, if there are any, and don't repeat them. Don't repeat what other people said any more than repeating, making me repeat what I said, or repeating what you've said to me. I really hate people that repeat, basically, is what I'm saying. Anyways, that's the end of this episode, and here I'm about to repeat my ending, which I put at every single freaking episode, and it irritates me doing it, but I'm working on it. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, there's two ways you can do that. One is clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Or you can click on the Amazon.com link down below and just shop normally. If you want to follow or friend me on practically any social media, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.